Welcome back, everybody. I'm Happy Tangent, and we're playing Vampyr, part 19. I just looked at it, that should be right. We just killed off H.G. Griffin over here, and found there is no pharmacy. We just found out we got a little medicine list, it looks like. I'm going to do a little bit of exploring over here. Probably go talk to Swansea here in a bit. I really feel like, had I, of course, tried a few more attempts, we would have been able to kill him. Oh, I know where we are. We've been here before. I'm not going to worry about clearing this area. We'll kill a couple people in front of us. But, yeah, I feel like I probably could have beat him at level 9. Only did the one attempt on him, but, you know, now he's dead. There you go, buddy. Have some of that. Blow your friend up while you're at it. Ah, I was hoping to get more than that. A little too far away again. Get the weak guy out of the way. Whoa! No, don't. Oh, so don't do your. I didn't want him to impale me. Definitely more confident at fighting, but still got to be aware that they are a few levels above me. You can be killed pretty quickly. Alright, let's make our way to the hospital. Somebody fighting? Who do we want to attack? Oh, he's almost dead. I'll just give you the old blood treatment. There you go, bud. Will it take out a 17? Yes! Oh, I cannot get enough of that. I am going to try out the other ones, but I really like that. Okay, that was cool to actually see them interacting with the another mob, whereas we would have had to fight all three. They took one out for me. I wish the more people you took out, the more it would make a little area better. Alright, we'll take him out quick. Yes! Up too far away. How about a little bit of this? Oh, there it is. Come on, get in it. Yeah, it almost seems like that stops him for a second, but then once you hit it once, seems to knock him out of it almost. Alright, that should be everyone really around here. Got a lot of purses. Hospital time. There's Ashbury. Let's talk to her at least.
Jonathan, my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness is much appreciated, my lady.
Is there anything you require?
Well, if you want to go out on a date.
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
They're all long gone
Jonathan.
now.
And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
Are we then condemned to lie to those we love?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
But what if I was close to someone and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final act of life, Jonathan. Present company excluded. Accepted.
What if we're going to tell her about the two people
of the
we
medical
bumped
sciences,
into?
I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing
Milton's on a
one's
smoke
grief.
break again.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend.
Yeah, we're just
So
going to talk
we are
about this
outcasts.
openly in front of everyone at the hospital.
I don't know what to expect.
We need our privacy.
Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet
I
again.
really think we should bring up the fact that we met that, well, those two guys. Ooh!
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
What did I miss? Oh, I hear you talking about that slumlord. Let's see if you got some new stuff
Good
to
evening,
sell.
Good evening, Doctor.
Still trying to save lives. Yes, I am. Nothing new. Nothing new.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Yep, one of these days we'll buy that gun, but we just do not have the money to get stuff like this. Let's see here. Maybe I'll sell it. Or I don't want to sell that ring. A small flower like those offered to the poor by Dorothy Crane's accomplice, Camellia the Mute Flower Girl. Huh. They definitely don't want to sell that, but yeah, let's not sell anything. We'll go up to the workbench here in a second. Alright. Is that Pippa?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
It looks like recent events is probably new. Hopefully.
What can you tell me about the
Looks like
recent
there's
events
blood.
in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No, I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
Goodbye,
We
nurse.
got a little
Call
mystery
me if you
going
need
on here now.
assistance.
Alright, obviously if we go this way, probably learn a little more. Let's go up top first. Well, oh, we got to turn in Strickland's thing.
Good
We'll do
evening,
that.
Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
You might see us skipping more. Like I said, I apologize. I won't ever skip new stuff. But if it's us just coming up
Goodbye.
to them and saying the, hey, how you doing? We're gonna skip through those. No sense wasting precious seconds to hear them all repeated.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
Here we
Good
go.
evening
Here's
to
gonna be
you,
something
Dr.
new.
Reed. Can I be of any help?
Just double check every time. I know it's a habit. I gotta break it.
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad
Was his
news.
name H.T. Griffin? Because I know what
They're
happened
so
to him.
desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create
Probably
a
should
lethal
rotate the
poison
camera.
without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
Here we go.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
Well, yeah, we gotta give this
You have
support.
my support, Dr. Strickland. I know exactly what it feels like to battle an unknown disease with only your mind and force of will to help you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You don't know what that means to me.
It should be it.
Goodbye.
What did we gain?
I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
It's not an uncommon thing to have the scientist or the professor become the hero. Obviously, we're a vampire, But you know, Indiana Jones is a professor archaeologist.
I'm quite busy
so
right now, Dr. Reed.
it's always fun seeing the everyday man become the hero of something.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Alright, did we gain anything?
Thank you for your...
Thank you, Dan Aykroyd.
How long's it going to take to finish?
Yeah, whatever. We're gonna interrupt. We already
Good
talked
evening.
to
Good
you. Just double check. Okay, it did open up a new deal.
Did you know Dr. Aykroyd never reported your experimental research, despite the fact he doesn't agree with it?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
See how condescending he can be? My God, he can be so irritating.
Fumbling here. Let's see. Should have got them all now again. Yep.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Hey, Gizmo. Barking over there.
Calm the children.
Alright, not gonna go. I mean, I was gonna say we're not gonna go visit Rakesh, but I forget he is a merchant, so, still can't get in here. Oh, hey, oh, but it won't let me. That's right. Invisible wall. Okay. You gotta let me in there one of these days,
Good
Rakesh.
evening, Dr. Reed.
I'm only talking to you because we just want to see if you got anything new to sell.
Please, of course.
It almost seems like restricted to these areas. They don't gain any new items. All right, up to the workbench. Okay, time to check on my plant that's been dying for a week now.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Yeah, but for some reason they won't let me know how to fix it. Should have implemented that in later. Okay. Recipe's unknown, but I have one more, so we gotta choose wisely who we're gonna cure the next headache on. Alright, what about this? Did we gain any yet? Nope, still 0 of 3. Anything we wanna... Let's just look at these to upgrade. Tons of items to use. We could get... That's a blue shotgun. Like I said, I mean, when we use these two-handed weapons, at some point I need to just run around and use some guns and whatnot. And then once I'm out of ammo, I'll just switch back. But let's see, which of these weapons would we want to use? I kind of would. If I did, it'd be this one. Does this give me blood? Yes, it does. Okay. Got tons of parts. Let's just upgrade this just to have it for when we get around to it. We got tons of stuff. Kind of setting up the same deal where I get some blood absorption. Okay. Of course, can't get that. So we got us a good hacksaw. And I kind of want to pair it with the shotgun. The other choices are kind of like stun weapons. Oh, there's another blood absorption, though. Whew. Well, let's just see what this takes to level. Tons of stuff. Okay. We're going to do both. That way, if we do run out of ammo and want to go with this other setup, it's available. Now, this actually requires 3 tiny good handle parts. We don't have the money to buy that many, but we do know a merchant that can sell that to us. And here we go, shotgun, tons of parts for it. What do we got? Increased damage dealt 10, decrease the reloading time. Ooh. I mean, really, it would go up to about 242, I think. Well, actually, once we leveled it once more. Decrease the reload time. 2 seconds. That's quite a bit. Let's just go with that. Since I don't think we're going to have the gun to really use it too much, but... And that gets it to 6.7. 290. What are we doing now? 264. Yeah, I like to reload faster. Okay. There we go. Got to see some of the other upgrades. Nothing there. Well, they told us to come up here and do something. I guess we gotta talk to Swansea. Ooh, we can level twice. What do we do first? Let's go talk to Swansea. Might get a little bit more XP. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe pushes me up above 2,400. Those divisible by 300 seems to be the way to go. I guess that's not entirely true. There's 1,300.
God
Who's
protect
in here?
us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital.
Oh, we've heard this guy's
My mission is
name.
to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the
I
table
bet you he's
for
one of the
a
other
snake.
pillars.
I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan.
Guy looks like he wants to be the main character of
It's
the game.
sacred ground. Neutral territory.
I think he's the head of the Pre-Wins.
And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Oh, Swansea. Kinda got the same barbers going on.
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What seems to be troubling you, Swansea?
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Alright. Confidence must be restored. That's good.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was...
Oh yeah, we didn't even go that direction yet.
I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Of course we'll help.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Pre-Wen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
I will protect you all.
Rest assured, I will protect you. And
Good
your
guy,
staff.
Vampire.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
The sad saint of East End. Alright, let's see what
If you
else
don't
got.
mind, I have a few questions.
I'd be delighted to help you if I'm able.
Alright, so we're gonna get to be able to talk about some of this stuff.
Who was that man in your office?
Geoffrey McCullum, actual leader of the Guard of Pre-Wen. I suspect he's the man behind the rebirth of this old and dusty society.
What do they hope to achieve?
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all vampires in the country. They see you as a threat to mankind, Jonathan.
They know I'm here now, don't they?
I can guarantee one thing. The Guard of Pre-Wen would never dare to attack the hospital while I'm in charge here.
I recently tried to enter a church. It has been a very unpleasant experience.
I didn't
The
even
Brotherhood's
realize he
research
had
on the
trouble
matter of
going
faith
there.
and vampirism has proved somewhat insubstantial, to say the least.
It's hard to explain in terms of science, that's for sure.
I'm sure Lady Ashbury will have far greater insight into this matter than little old me.
Is this proof that I'm cursed in the eyes of the divine?
The wrath of the Almighty? There's no way of knowing. It could be subconscious guilt, or irrational fear, or deep-seated beliefs.
Trying to save
What
that one till the
exactly
end.
happened here while I was absent?
Hampton turned, quite violently as it happened. Lurking about, attacked Miss Jones. To say he created quite a commotion would be an understatement.
How did the guard of Prewin come to hear of this?
McCullum has spies everywhere. He will jump at any opportunity to disparage the Brotherhood and show his contempt.
Are you sure it was Hampton that killed Miss Jones?
I
There
don't
was
think
blood
it was.
everywhere, but no body. And you know the state she was in. I fear for what he did with her. Hopefully he just hid the corpse.
Here we go.
I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused me of hypocrisy.
Perhaps it was a skull. London's streets are overflowing with them these days.
It was a vampire, all right. But what kind, I'm not sure. He was large and very fast.
If you find anything more about this creature, the Brotherhood would greatly appreciate any information you could spare.
He was observing me with the obvious intent to do me harm. His very presence evoked a palpable sense of menace.
You need to be careful, Jonathan. You've no idea what this creature really is.
Thank you, Edgar.
Thank you, Swansea. Let us go down and check on the bloody mess.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Wonder if Elwood saw anything. I mean, come on now.
Good evening, Mr.
Evening.
Yeah, about the recent events.
How close?
Didn't need to-
Aren't you a...
She's quiet.
Forget there's not a back button, which is strange unless I just haven't figured it out.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices. Maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Good.
Right. So, Sean's gone.
What on earth happened here?
Ashbury. We might try to talk to her again on the way out. Now that we've talked to Swansea, maybe she'll be a little more open about some other questions. Alright. So I wonder if they're wanting me to follow a blood trail.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
What can you...
And
did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
Goodbye, nurse.
Thank you, Nurse Brannigan. Oh, hello, Thelma.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor.
Yeah, you need your blood. Nothing.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did, but the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
I'll leave you.
Alright. I wonder if this is Jones right here. They probably, when you go in and talk to Swansea, of course, they change all this. I wonder if that body was there when I first went in. No one talked about it.
Jonathan. I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. butchered by some savage scowl.
Can we share this meal? Oh, I want to say that so bad.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent.
We don't know he turned into
But there
a
seems to be
scowl.
no end to the suffering
Like
and
poor
death
Dorothy
that
Crane.
surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Would you like to go out for dinner?
Have you embraced this woman, like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Okay, sweet. We get talked about Ascalon. So we must
I
have
have experienced.
Now that's
already...
quite a question.
Aren't you?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to
talked
avoid
about
symbols
this.
of faith does not concern me.
But this is new.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature.
I feel like
a
his
vampire
name is
in
not
Whitechapel,
Ascalon.
stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was huge. Oh shit, he said it. I was getting ready to say.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but
Fergal.
rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Thank you, Miley.
I'll see you maybe tomorrow? Date night? She can only hold out so long. We're gonna be around each other for centuries, hopefully. Alright, we know Milton has nothing new. What are we dealing with here? Where do they want me to go? Oh yeah, all the way to the docks. We're gonna knock out a side mission while we're in this episode before we finish up. Let's see what we got. Bring him stuff. I mean, we could focus on that. The question is...
Perhaps I should
Okay,
consider
let's try and do that real quick. Let's read this a little better. Gather the ingredients and formulate the medication. Bring 1 unit of sodium hypochlorite to your medical desk. Is this the medical desk? There we
Strickland's
go.
project could be dangerous.
Oh shit, a
I have a
placebo.
mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
Choose what to do about Strickland. Bring the medication to Thorough or report it. Man, I really want to try it out. Obviously, this game, whew, I've made some bad decisions, so maybe I'm going to end up making more. But they are my own. I really want to try to help. And, I mean, I made it, so... We're gonna go to Thoreau. Ackroyd, you're going to have to sit this one out. Okay, now the problem is I don't know. They look alike to me. Alright, here we go.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Let's see if we got
Can you
things.
tell me,
I'm sure it was not your
my fault?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls.
Oh, thanks.
But you couldn't know, could you?
Yes, I knew that he would kill.
I have managed to improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive, or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and put this placebo there for future use.
Okay. Now, is your cabinet up on the second floor where I can't enter yet? Access to Pembroke Hospital doctor's office.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Ooh, I think the circle button is the back button. Okay, it says it is 8 meters above us. What do we have here?
It's locked, all right.
That's where they want me to put it.
It's locked.
Oh boy, they do not want me getting into any of their stuff. M. Goswick's medical file. Mortimer Goswick. Okay, this is the guy with the mom here. Male, age 23, followed by Ackroyd convalescence. Date of admission 27th October. Date of release to be determined. Notes. The patient shows many signs of extreme fatigue and major sores on the throat, mouth, and tongue, but no sign of flu. Refuses to speak, claims it is too painful. Needs rest and healing of throat mucous membrane before any decision can be made concerning his release. Alright. Oh, we got a new hint, so I guess we can talk to him on the way out. Letter to Dr. Swansea. Pembroke Hospital, 14th of October. Dear Dr. Swansea, despite the actual urgency of the sanitary situation, I must inform you of a recent case of professional misconduct inside the Pembroke. Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan has been found guilty of undeniable unprofessional conduct and thus guilty of endangering a patient. Under no circumstances should a nurse diagnose and establish a prescription without at least informing the referent doctor about her conclusion. You know me, Edgar. I'm not against personal initiative when it is for interest of all, especially during a crisis like the one we are facing. But we can't allow a nurse to perform a diagnosis and decide on a procedure to apply to a patient. The fact said, patient survived is no attenuating circumstance. It just means we dodged the bullet this time. I demand the strictest authority on this matter. Very respectfully, Dr. Waverly Ackroyd. Alright, so Brannigan and Throat Boy have new hints unlocked, so we'll go try to hit them up on the way out of here. Alright, let's put the placebo in here.
At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula.
I'm gonna double let me see what item I have here. We have a, where's my medicines? Okay, we have headache. Does anyone here, I believe, have a headache? He's recovering. So we got blind man with a migraine. Oh, so we may not have a headache patient. Still got old Dryson, the drunk from the bar in the beginning of the game, has fatigue. Alright, so that's done. Should be able to knock out one more if it's quick. That's everything so far here, it shows. Retrieve that. I find the braille. What? So who do we talk to about this? The widow in distress. Well, nothing's popping up. Maybe it's just because really all you do is you have to let a night pass and then talk to her. Oh, you know what? Let's let's do that. Hopefully things turn out a little better in that town since poor Dorothy Crane's dead now, the level 24. With as much XP as we have, we should at least probably bump to 15, I'm guessing. Alright, let's do it. Okay, dokie. What do we like? What do we want to change? I said we have been biting a lot more at the starts. Increased blood capacity is always good and still cheap. Blood absorption. We have blood all the time, though, is the one thing. Damage inflicted. See, that's... Oh, that's during combat, though. And that's something we don't do very often. Alright. Oh, I wonder how much this costs. Okay, we can't get it. Good, that'll help me stop from trying. I wonder what level it is, though. It is 14. We wouldn't have enough XP left over. I'll hold off on those guys. This was the other healing of me. Ooh, it goes 2 ways. So, costs more. What is this, 100? So, you trade more blood to heal yourself instantly. Okay, so you heal instantly. You trade the instant health gain for a greater regeneration. Well, we're going to hold off either way. Blood Bomb, 250. Goes to 300. Anything else change about it? Not really. Ooh, and that's 2,000. Yeah, screw that. Alright, level 1. Kind of really want to get this. So 1,300. If they're both 1,300, that puts us at 2,600. Only have 215 left. Body, that's 1,200 right there. Oh, we might go ahead and do that though. Yeah, let's go this route. Let's get the normal passives up. Okay. Of course, the next one's jump to 1,000. Alright, get that stamina a little better. Alright, we got over 600 left, so more blood capacity, more. Alright, bite and combat. Actually, the start of the fight, that thing, that probably counts. But that'll just give us a little more blood overall. That's kind of, it's really nice. And at this point now we don't have enough to gain anything else. Yep, 1,300. And yep, not even enough for that. So let's definitely go blood capacity. Might be able to get 2. Nope. Oh, and it's, do we have this one already? Oh, so we're just going to be able to get 1. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Ah, only to 14. Dang. Okay. Oh, did it again. It's kind of a thing I like to do every time now. It's a tradition. Alright, we're just going to cut this one short. Oh, shit. Here, we get to watch all this. Alright, so. Oh. Whew. What was that? So something I did impacted the borough's economy. And then everybody started getting fatigued. So when I come back this next episode, I'm gonna have to make sure everybody gets their fatigue back up. That's really cool. Alright, I don't even see these other two. What do I do? Back up. What about Whitechapel? Alright, now we gotta make a whole bunch of fatigue potions here in a second. I just wanted, before I leave, check these other boroughs. Alright, oh, I know you. Okay, so, dang, does he have 2? Maybe that's showing that you didn't get it done the first time. It's getting worse. Okay, so, really want to help their migraines out. His hasn't changed, so, but we're heading that way soon. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. I don't know if we're short or long. I'm Happy Tangent. Please like and subscribe. We're going to get some more combat and some more side missions finally done next time. See you then.